run it back, 100 stack, in the truck with expired tag. Punch the gas, run into the future, past. I'm done with that, but if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Jets.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And the right end. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline, and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. When you talk about this Jets defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Short throw to Disley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave 3rd and 4. They'll try the middle with Cook. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Here's Cook again. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Sanders' kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think we
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
You talk about this Seahawk defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it's caught. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Again, it's Cook. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Cook will score. Touchdown, New York.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Jets 17. Seahawks nothing.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now it's Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. 17-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I want my money back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing is Wilson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
There he goes, left side.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the 1st half. And here's another play for big yardage.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
108 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. Pushing his way through. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Completes it to Hardman. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Cook up the gut.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They run it again with Cook.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets just continue to roll.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this is a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the gun on third down, Smith. That is caught. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Smith. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Third and long, it's Smith. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here we go on fourth. Smith. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. Now the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. Smith. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. He's got room to roam. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Geno now to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. Throwing again is Smith. They're complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Geno. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. But he has been and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Again, idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for
First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM.